Jay about sort of a quick video on this channel, but really the review is on the Shamega J channel. It's funny because I always keep going back to, because I used to be called SJ, my initials. So that's why I keep starting with like Shamega J, like that. So it's like Shamega, and the J is my last name. When I tried to get Shamega, someone else had it. I um wanted to have like my first name as like the main name. So it suggested Shamega J. And part of what I'm going through now is I want to talk about the worries. It's part of the social engineering part of gang stalking. And I'm going to put a really good video that explains social engineering and scams. And to me, this whole gang stalking thing is just a scam. Part of the social engineering thing about this is, and I'm trying to get my lighting as good as possible so you can see me, is that in order for us, excuse me, excuse me, I, excuse me, guys. In order for us to figure out who's doing this on a larger level, not the people we know are involved, but on a larger level, I think we have to understand how the personality assessments work, how social engineering works, and how they put it together to gang stalk people. So they tend to worry, the people doing this, I know who they are. They think I'm only talking about one group. I'm talking about the whole group. They tend to worry, and they're really worried that I will do something that will cause them to feel embarrassed, as though this isn't embarrassing enough. Having to scam me and use my name and use my identity and say you're helping me, to me, would be the most embarrassing thing if I had to do that to another person. I want to just talk about that for a moment. If I were the type of person who had to say, I'm taking credit for this person's accomplishments because I was helping that person, I wouldn't seem like a good person. They don't seem like good people either. And they said this is really too disgusting. I think that's what they said. So my point becomes, this is part of this. I want them to take the responsibility for their actions. They just said the good and the bad. No, your actions. So in social engineering, there's something about how we fall for scams. And I'm going to put a really good video in the description of this live so that you guys can learn more about it, because I think it really helped me and how to prevent it. And a lot of the tactics that they've been using on me, the person who described social engineering and scams mentions. So I just want to talk about that. I don't want to end this live because I'm getting sick. Anyway, the other thing is they're really worried that I'm going to respond to people who are stalking and harassing me online, and that's going to cause something else. Everybody knows it's been documented that I'm sick, but I feel like I can still get some work done, even if I can't work in a way that someone who isn't disabled could work. Even with my disabilities, I still can work. I can still be something. And maybe that's part of the social engineering Gen Xers went through, that we were called slackers. We weren't seen as like we were contributing. And even though we were, of course, it would seem like Gen Xers are slackers. We're not doing enough. We're never ever going to be good enough. So when I hear them using that same terminology without calling me a slacker, it's like, well, you didn't work at this level. See, this is really how I begin to talk. So when people are like, why are you on welfare and not working? It's partially this, I started to get sick. And part of what the people doing this didn't want to talk about is this. When I thought I just had sciatica and my back hurt, I would have to sit down for a while. And when I had to keep sitting down, even just walking down the block, something was wrong. I'm not crying. They're going to say I'm crying. I'm not. I want to make sure you know I'm not crying. The blood of the muscle tensing is your crying is also part of the muscles. So when I'm answering people and they're like saying all this stuff, it's hard for me, but it's harder for me not to defend people who are disabled fighting for disability. You get what I'm saying? So like part of this is that for everyone who gets you're lazy, you're this and that, and who's disabled and fighting for their disability, it's hard for me to not fight back and not say a lot of us are disabled. I was gonna do a lipstick video today, but I just couldn't feel together enough to do it. And that's another thing I've been documenting on the Shamega J channel. Um, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I think it was about social engineering. But because I'm live, I don't want to waste time trying to remember. But it was something about gangstalk. Oh yeah, gangstalking is social engineering and gangstalking. So when they're taking our personality assessments, partially they said, this top you're wearing looks a lot like the top you had in the 90s. Yeah, but it's not the same one. They like, oh, people gonna think you have the same one. Who would care? I mean, I don't think people watching would really care, but that's supposed to be my care. So when they were saying like, oh, you're going to worry about that. I wouldn't, but they do. So I tend to, they said this color's flattering on me. I tend to like this color. I don't really know the name of this color, but it's a color that I like. And I don't know if it's flattering on me or not, but I just like the color. So when I'm talking to you folks about social engineering, it becomes what the person creating the program about you believes you will do and how to get you to do what that person wants you to do. Let me make sure I said that correctly. It's about getting me to respond to this scam the way they want me to respond. And since it's just a scam, the more time I take to expose it, to respond, it glitches it. So for them, if I just stay quiet, got sick quietly, and then something happened, it would be easy. It's harder because the program, it's like, when we were talking about scripts as targeted individuals, a lot of targeted individuals, we started talking about scripts. People were like, what are you guys talking about? You guys seem nuts. Now people know scammers use scripts. So for every targeted individual who fought and wrote and did wrote videos online, communicated to other targeted individuals, the more this is going on, you see it. You see it, and you'll get to see news reports that talk about the same tactics. There's a really good news report about a new scam. And then there's another, someone did a really good video about a scam. So there are so many things out there. But when I'm looking at all of it, I'm looking for the gangstalking tactics. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute this because nobody wants to listen to coughing. Okay, I'm back. So the good thing is that people are spreading scam warnings. There are a lot of good videos out there, and you can look at it in my post because I'm not going to pull out one scam. I'm listening to what are the gang stalking tactics that they used on me that's similar, and there are a lot. So I couldn't get myself together today to kind of do that, but I think I'm going to do a video where I just go through news reports, say the tactics that I had used on me, and put it in the description so you guys can see. And I know that a lot of other targeted individuals can see scripts, they use scripts. Voice cloning, they use voice cloning. Charging your credit cards, they use charging your credit cards. Something going on where you live, they use that. Meaning Oh, gift cards. That was another thing. Excuse me. Sorry. Gift cards. That was the thing I thought in the news report. The woman had the gift cards because she was scammed, and the scammer said, buy gift cards. So when I was like, where are people getting these gift cards gift cards from to be gang stalkers is probably being purchased from scams. So I just want to end that. I can't stay long because I'm coughing and it's not good. But I just wanted to tell you this is happening. I'm going to take a screenshot of this picture. I don't know if I press this little camera button, will it do that? So you guys know this is the video. No, that's not the right one. Oh, how do I get back to this? Oh, I don't know what I just did, but that wasn't right. So let me do this. I don't know what I did. You guys, I did something wrong and it's not working now. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching and now listening. I'll do more lives later.